I'm here to talk about Mr. Salt's role in Blue's big musical movie. And Mr. Salt doesn't necessarily have the biggest role to play in the movie, but it's more than a cameo. Blue's big musical movie very heavily focused on Steve, side table drawer, Periwinkle, and to a certain extent Blue herself. And so Mr. Salt's not necessarily one of the characters that has a big arc or anything, but he is there. And what Mr. Salt really provides to the film, what he really adds a great deal of, is comedy relief. Blue's Clues is not really a series that deals with intense, stressful situations, but by Blue's Clues standards, Blue's big musical movie, I guess there could be considered more drama, sort of, more characters kind of doubting themselves and stuff. So a little bit of comedy relief can be helpful, and that's what Mr. Salt provides to the film. There's a recurring thing to Mr. Salt. He's working in the kitchen, but he's being very clumsy, so he constantly needs Steve to go help him. Steve has all these responsibilities, but Steve, he's good friends with Mr. Salt. He rushes out to help his friend. And I like that. I feel like Steve and Mr. Salt, they just get along really well. Mr. Salt has a good role in the movie, good comedic role. And since I'm such a big Mr. Salt fan, do I wish that he was in the film a little bit more? Sure, but I don't think he necessarily would have worked that well into a lot of other scenes. I feel like it could have taken away from what Steve, Periwinkle, and Side Table Drawer are going through. And I do think that Mr. Salt's role is really funny, and I do love the idea that Mr. Salt's big role in the movie is to constantly need help in the kitchen because he doesn't seem to really know what he's doing, which is pretty interesting since Mr. Salt and Miss Pepper, they're working the kitchen pretty much all the time. It seemed like Mr. Salt would know what he's doing, but he doesn't really seem to get it, which is part of what I love about Mr. Salt. His kind of way of going about things leads to a lot of great comedy. So, despite not having the biggest role, I actually kind of love Mr. Salt's role in Blue's big musical movie, and you can let me know what you think of his role in the film in the comments.